Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tech Talk Central. Today, we are diving into,
Oh, this is exciting.
yeah, it is. We are diving into the world of OLED gaming monitors, specifically the top three you need to know about right now. And to help us decode all the tech specs and figure out what really matters, we've got Sarah with us. She is our resident tech expert.
Happy to be here.
Glad to have you. Don't worry, we'll break it all down for you so you can level up your gaming setup.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for monitors, with OLED tech really kind of coming into its own.
Okay, so Sarah, let's start with the big question. Why is everyone raving about OLED for gaming? What makes it stand out from those LED monitors we are all used to?
So imagine this, a monitor where each tiny little pixel can switch itself completely on or off. That's the magic of OLED. It's like switching from a blurry old projector to a crisp, high-definition TV. No more washed-out blacks or halos of light around bright objects. OLED delivers perfect black levels and an insane contrast ratio, meaning colors just explode off the screen. And for gamers, that translates to a level of realism and immersion you just can't get with traditional LED displays.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light literally. So it's not just about the picture being brighter, it's about the depth and detail you get with those perfect blacks. That's got to make a huge difference in games with dark scenes or nighttime environments.
Absolutely. Think about exploring a shadowy world in a horror game. With OLED, every flickering light, every subtle shadow, it all becomes so much more intense and atmospheric. It's like the difference between watching a horror movie with the lights on versus experiencing it in a pitch black theater.
All right, you've convinced me OLED it is. But now for the tricky part, choosing the right monitor. Luckily, you've narrowed it down to three top contenders. So let's kick things off with contestant number one, the Asus Orgy Swift 32-inch 4K OLED, model number PG32UCDM. First off, can you tell us what QD-OLED even means?
Oh yeah, great question. QD-OLED uses something called quantum dots. To boost the color accuracy and brightness even further, it's like OLED on steroids. And this Asus monitor is a powerhouse. It boasts a 32-inch QD-OLED panel with 4K resolution, meaning you get 4 times the detail of a standard HD screen. And then there's the refresh rate, which clocks in at a blistering 240 Hz, and a response time of 0.03 milliseconds. These numbers are key for smooth, responsive gameplay.
Okay, hold on. Let's break that down for folks who don't speak fluent tech. What do those refresh rate and response time numbers actually mean for someone sitting down to play a game?
Imagine you're playing a fast-paced first-person shooter, and you need to track an enemy darting across the screen. With a 240 Hz refresh rate, the image updates a whopping 240 times per second. That means smoother motion, sharper details, less blur. It's like the difference between watching a choppy video stream and a perfectly smooth movie. And that 0.03 millisecond response time ensure that there's practically zero lag between your actions on the controller and what you see on screen.
So this monitor is basically built for speed demons. Those who want every frame to be crystal clear, I'm sold.
Yeah.
But what about burn-in? I hear that's a concern with OLED screens. Is this something our listeners should be worried about with the Asus R-Tray Swift?
Yeah, burn-in is a valid concern with any OLED panel, but Asus has pulled out all the stops to minimize the risk with this monitor. They've incorporated a custom heatsink, a clever airflow design, and even a graphene film, all working together to keep the panel cool and prevent those dreaded ghost images. It's like having a built-in bodyguard for your screen.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
They also mentioned this Asus OLED Care software. What is that all about?
Think of it as a suite of features designed to pamper and protect your investment. It offers features like pixel cleaning reminders, a screensaver to prevent static images from sticking around too long, and even a screen move feature that subtly shifts the image on screen to avoid burn-in.
Smart. So they're taking a proactive approach to keep that screen looking pristine. I also noticed this monitor comes loaded with connectivity options. DisplayPort 1.4, HDMI 2.1, and even a USB-C port with 90W power delivery. That seems like overkill. What's the benefit of all those ports?
It means you're not limited to just gaming. You can easily hook up a laptop, charge it right through the monitor, and even use it as a USB hub for all your peripherals. It's a true multitasker, ready for work or play.
So for those who want the best of the best, the fastest, the sharpest, with built-in burn-in protection, this Asus monitor sounds like a serious contender.
Absolutely. It's the top pick for gamers who demand peak performance and visual fidelity, especially in fast-paced games where every millisecond counts. Now let's move on to our next contender, the Gigabyte Aorus FO32U2.
From the specs, it sounds pretty similar to the Asus. We're still looking at a 32-inch QD OLED display.
Yeah.
4K resolution, 240 Hz refresh rate, and that lightning-fast 0.03 millisecond response time. So what makes this monitor stand out from the crowd?
Well, this is where things get interesting. The AORIS FO3D2U2 packs a unique feature, a built-in Type-C KVM switch.
Okay, for those of us who aren't tech wizards, what exactly is a KVM switch, and why should we care?
Imagine this. You're working on your laptop, and then bam, you want to switch over to your gaming PC. With a KVM switch, you can control both devices using the same keyboard, mouse, and monitor. No more plug-in and unplug-in cables, just seamless switching with the push of a button.
So it's all about convenience and a clutter-free setup. I can see how that would be a game changer for anyone who uses their monitor for both work and play.
Exactly. And for streamers, it's a dream come true. They can have their gaming PC running the game, their streaming PC handling the broadcast, and switch between them effortlessly. It's like having a command center for your digital life.
Okay, so that KVM switch is a big win for the Gigabyte. Anything else that sets it apart from the Asus?
This monitor also comes with AMD FreeSync Premium Pro technology.
I hear that term a lot, but I'm still not entirely clear on what it does. Can you break it down for us?
Okay, so have you ever been playing a game and the image on your screen suddenly tears, like a piece of paper ripping in half? That's screen tearing, and it can be super distracting. FreeSync eliminates that problem by synchronizing the refresh rate of your monitor. With the frame rate output by your graphics card, it's like a perfectly choreographed dance between your monitor and your PC, ensuring that every frame is displayed smoothly and without interruption.
So basically, FreeSync keeps things smooth and tear-free, making for a much more enjoyable gaming experience.
Got it.
All right, let's bring in our final contender, the MSI Mag 321UP QD OLED.
This monitor still delivers that stunning 32-inch QD OLED panel with 4K resolution, but there is one slight difference. It has a refresh rate of 165 Hz, which is a step down from the 240 Hz we saw with the Asus and Gigabyte.
So is that lower refresh rate a deal breaker for serious gamers?
It depends what kind of gamer you are. For hardcore competitive players, especially in fast-paced shooters, that extra smoothness of 240 Hz can give you a competitive edge. But for most gamers, 165 Hz is still incredibly fast, and you're going to experience buttery smooth gameplay.
So if you're not chasing those leaderboard rankings, 165 Hz is more than enough, and I'm guessing this MSI monitor comes in at a slightly more budget-friendly price.
You got it. The MSI Mag 321UP QD OLED is a great option for gamers who want that premium OLED experience without breaking the bank.
But for now, I think we've given our listeners a solid foundation for choosing their next OLED gaming monitor.
Absolutely. We've covered the key features, the pros and cons, and the factors to consider when making a decision.
Exactly. So to wrap things up, remember to check out the links in the description below for the latest prices and deals on all three of the monitors we discussed today.
You'll find detailed specs, user reviews, and even some exclusive discounts to help you make the best choice for your gaming setup.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of OLED gaming monitors, be sure to subscribe to Tech Talk Central for more insightful content like this. We've got tons of great stuff coming up, from the latest in gaming hardware and software to tips and tricks for getting the most out of your tech.
We're here to be your guides to the ever-evolving world of technology.
Thanks for joining us today, and happy gaming.